Have you ever just stared at a bunch of pictures and thought, how on earth do I turn this into a story? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to crack the code and give you a step-by-step guide to transform any set of images into a really great narrative. Let's get right into it.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got a few pictures, a totally blank page, and it feels like this impossible creative puzzle. But don't you worry, because we are about to break down a super simple framework that's going to help you build an awesome story from any images you find. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll cover the basics of writing from pictures. Then I'll show you this amazing 4-part story blueprint. After that, we'll get into how to make your story flow smoothly. And I'll even give you a few cool tools for your writer's toolkit. We'll check out an example in action, and then we'll wrap it all up with 5 golden rules you can use every single time you write. Okay, let's dive right in with the absolute fundamentals. When someone gives you a set of pictures and asks you to write a story, what are they really asking you to do? Well, it all boils down to 3 key things. Think of it like this. You've got 3 jobs here. First, you're an observer. You got to look really closely at the pictures and just describe what you see. Who's in them? Where are they? What is going on? Then you put on your detective hat. You start connecting the dots between the images. What's the logical order of events? And finally, you become the author. You write a great conclusion that just ties everything together perfectly. All right, let's talk about structure. This is so important. When you're given 4 pictures, you're not just getting 4 random images. No way. You're actually getting a ready-made structure, a perfect blueprint. Let me show you exactly what I mean. See how this works? It's amazing. The first picture, that's your opening scene. It sets the whole stage. The second picture is where the action builds up. That's the development. Now the third picture, that's the turning point, the twist, where something unexpected happens. And picture number 4, that's your resolution, where the problem gets solved. It's a simple but really powerful story arc that's just handed to you. So a good story is way more than just a list of things that happened, right? It's got a rhythm, a flow that just pulls you in. And in this section, we're going to talk about the engine of your story, keeping your tense consistent and using time to your advantage. Okay, this might seem simple, but it is absolutely crucial for creating a smooth story. If you start your story in the past tense, you gotta stay in the past tense. Bouncing back and forth is just going to confuse your reader and totally break the flow of your story. So pick one and stick to it. Now, think of these words as the fuel for your story's engine. They're like little signposts that guide your reader along the way. They show that time is passing and what order things are happening in. Words like then, when, and especially suddenly are powerful tools for creating a clear and really engaging timeline. All right, we've got a solid structure. Our stories flow nicely. Now let's talk about some power-ups to make our sentences even better. I'm going to show you 2 simple techniques that can seriously level up your writing. Now, this sounds a little technical, but trust me, it's a super easy trick to make your sentences more interesting. Instead of always starting with, she did this or he did that, you can start with the action itself. It's a simple change, but it makes your writing so much more dynamic. Okay, don't let the name past perfect scare you. This is your secret weapon for telling more complex stories. You use it when you're talking about something in the past, and you need to mention something that happened even before that. Just remember this little formula. If it happened first, you use had plus the verb. Simple, right? It adds a ton of depth to your story. Okay, moment of truth. We've got our blueprint, we've got our flow, and we've got our writer's tools. Let's see what happens when we put it all together. We're going to take that turning point in Maggie's story and see how we can transform it from basic to totally advanced. So here's the basic version. And you know what? It's fine. It's clear, it's correct, it gets the job done. But we can do better, can't we? Let's make it more interesting. Now look at this. All we did was add a few juicy details. Instead of just dresses, now they're name brand dresses with a floral pattern. See how those little details make the story feel more real, more vivid? It's a huge improvement. And now for the advanced level. This is where the magic really happens. We're not just saying what happened, we're showing how she felt, surprised and a little worried. We're even getting inside her head as she wonders what to do. This is what brings a character to life and makes a story truly compelling. We have covered a lot of ground today, so let's boil it all down. Here are 5 golden rules, a final checklist that will help you turn any set of pictures into a fantastic story. Think of this as your final checklist. 1, keep that tense consistent. 2, you've got to use every single picture. Don't leave any out. 3. Use those time words to guide your reader. 4. Mix up your sentences. Keep things interesting. And finally, number 5, make sure your ending actually solves the problem from the story.
So there you have it. You have the blueprint for structure, you have the engine to create flow, and you have the tools to make your writing shine. You've got everything you need. The only question left is, what story are you going to write?